Jessica had always dreamed of swimming in the open ocean, surrounded by the beauty and mystery of marine life. That morning, the sky was a soft watercolor of pink and gold, and the water shimmered with the kind of calm that makes you feel like the world is holding its breath. She had booked a small charter boat, the kind with a single outboard motor and enough space for a handful of passengers. The captain, a tanned man named Victor, assured her it was the perfect day for swimming. The currents were mild, the visibility was good, and dolphins had been spotted near the cove earlier that morning. Jessica slid into the water with a small splash, her snorkel gear secured and her GoPro strapped to her wrist. She could hear nothing but the rhythmic sound of her own breathing and the distant, muffled chattering of dolphins. Her heart was light. This was the adventure she'd been craving. A few minutes in, she spotted them. Sleek gray shapes gliding beneath her, weaving in and out of the shafts of sunlight that pierced the surface. They moved with an elegance humans could never match. She raised her camera, capturing every flick of a tail, every graceful arc through the water. One dolphin in particular caught her attention. Larger than the rest, with a distinctive white scar along its dorsal fin, it seemed curious about her. It swam closer, circling slowly, its eye fixed on hers. She felt a rush of excitement. This was the connection she had hoped for. But then, the energy shifted. The dolphin's movements became sharper, quicker. It darted in close, then pulled away, only to return again with more force. Jessica hesitated, unsure if this was playful or something else entirely. The dolphin bumped her leg, hard enough to make her gasp into her snorkel. She spun in the water, her mind racing. Another bump, this time against her hip. She dropped one arm for balance, but the dolphin was already circling again, faster now. Victor's voice rang out from the boat, muffled but urgent. "Jess, get back on board." She turned toward the ladder, but the dolphin darted in front of her, almost blocking her path. It slapped its tail against the water, sending up a spray that stung her face. The sound echoed underwater, startling her. Jessica kicked hard, but the dolphin followed, its sleek body cutting through the water like a missile. She could feel her pulse pounding in her ears. She raised her GoPro instinctively, catching a frame of the dolphin lunging toward her side. The impact wasn't enough to injure her, but it rattled her to the core. This wasn't the playful nudge she'd seen in viral videos, this was direct and deliberate. The dolphin circled again, this time faster, its body brushing against her arm with unsettling force. Somewhere behind her, the boat's engine roared to life. She caught sight of Victor leaning over the side, one arm outstretched. "Grab on," he shouted. Jessica made a break for it, every kick of her legs fueled by adrenaline. The dolphin veered away just as she reached the boat, and Victor pulled her up in one swift motion. She collapsed onto the deck, dripping and breathless, clutching the GoPro like a lifeline. For a moment, no one spoke. The ocean seemed deceptively calm again, as though nothing had happened. But Jessica's hands were trembling, and her heartbeat refused to slow. Victor muttered something about dolphins being unpredictable. "They're not always friendly," he said, glancing toward the water where the gray shape still lingered. Jessica replayed the footage on her camera, the lens catching the exact moment the dolphin's smooth head surged toward her. The frame was crystal clear, the sunlight glinting off the animal's skin like polished silver. When she posted the video later that day, she never expected it to explode across the internet. Within hours, it had been shared thousands of times, with headlines screaming about the dolphin attack. Some commenters accused her of exaggerating. Others swore they'd seen aggressive dolphin behavior before and warned that people underestimate them. A few marine biologists chimed in, explaining that dolphins are territorial and can show hostility if they feel threatened, or if they're protecting young. Jessica didn't care much for the debate. She knew what she felt out there in the water. The dolphin's power had been undeniable, its intent impossible to read. And yet, a part of her still marveled at it, the raw, unfiltered presence of a wild animal reminding her that the ocean was never truly safe. The footage looped on her phone again and again. In each replay, she noticed details she'd missed in the moment, the subtle twitch of the dolphin's tail before it lunged, the way its eye seemed locked on her every move.